Today, we're going to talk about physical activity and mental health, a very exciting topic. So most people understand that physical activity is extremely important for our physical health, for our body in general. But did you know that physical activity is extremely important for your mental health? I think that most people don't know that. And it's very understandable that individuals can lose sight of taking care of their body and their physical health. We all have multiple priorities in life. We're all extremely busy. And it can be easy to forget about exercise or physical activity. But don't let that be you. So regular exercise is actually associated with better mood and improved quality of life overall. And that is a finding of multiple research studies. So it's not just me saying that, it's research saying that if you exercise regularly, that is associated with better mood and improved quality of life. So the United States Centers for Disease Control, the CDC, on their website, one of their web pages about physical activity, they say this, and this is a direct quote, that physical activity is one of the most important things you can do for your health. Why is that? Well, they have cited research studies, multiple studies that show that there are benefits, and these benefits are significant. Some of these include things like improved thinking, reduced anxiety, reduced risk of depression and anxiety, and better sleep. And as a psychologist, I can tell all of you that the people who come to me for help often complain of many of these factors, such as they say that they can't think straight, their thinking is sluggish, they have anxiety, they have depression, and they have sleep issues. Now, Sharma conducted a study in which they looked at multiple studies of exercise and physical activity. And they noted that aerobic exercise, including jogging, swimming, cycling, walking, gardening, and dancing, have been proven to reduce anxiety and depression among people who were already depressed or anxious. That is very significant. Now, there are also obviously many, many benefits to exercise for our physical health. One of the main ones is that it helps us to maintain a healthy weight. Obviously, we need to balance the calories that we consume with the calories that we burn on a daily basis in order to maintain our healthy weight. Also helps us to lose weight if that's what we need to do for our health. It reduces the risk of type 2 diabetes and metabolic syndrome. And it also reduces poor outcomes from infectious diseases such as COVID-19 and pneumonia. And it reduces the risk of developing various cancers. Again, these are only a few of the physical benefits of physical activity. There are many more. So by this time, you might be saying, well, how much should I exercise? How much should I do this? Well, for kids and teens aged 6 to 17, the CDC says that they need 1 hour or more of moderate to vigorous intensity physical activity every day, and that the activity should include bone and muscle strengthening activities. Now, for those of us who are 18 years or older, we need at least 150 minutes per week of moderate activity, and 2 days of that should include muscle strengthening activities. Those over 65, or actually 65 and older, need to do what the 18 plus people need to do, but they also need to include balance activities to make sure that that balancing ability stays sharp and fresh so that they don't have to suffer falls and injuries from falls. You might be wondering by now, so what do I mean? What does the CDC mean by moderate or vigorous activity, or how do you strengthen muscles or bones, or how do you deal with balance? So moderate activity would include things like yard work, brisk walking, dancing, water aerobics, biking, and gardening. And vigorous activity would include things, anything that has a cardio component, such as soccer, running, basketball, tennis, riding your bike really fast or uphill, or swimming laps. To strengthen muscles, we could do things like using resistance bands, lifting weights, or Pilates. To strengthen our bones, really, we would do any weight-bearing exercise. And jumping rope is a good bone strengthening activity. And to work on our balance, we could alternate standing on one foot. We could think about our posture. There are a whole host of things that you could do to work on muscle, bone, or balance. And the beauty of being alive in 2024 is that we have the internet. And I'm sure that if anyone were to type in any of these terms as search terms, like moderate activity, vigorous activity, anything over here too, the internet could give you exercises and exercise plans for these things. And some of those resources are 100% free. You just have to find ones that are free. So I will conclude by doing a quote here. And it is, the hardest thing about exercise is to start doing it. Once you are doing exercise regularly, the hardest thing is to stop it. Thank you for listening.